Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. There is a very interesting story here. Citizen TV Kenya. Pauline Njoroge claims she lost over Kenya shillings 300k after DCI withheld her bank cards. If you go through that story, Njoroge is alleging that upon DCI withholding her bank cards, she has lost over 300k. So some rogue individuals might have accessed her bank accounts. So the question begs, how did the DCI access Pauline Njoroge's bank accounts? That's the big question, ladies and gentlemen. Before we answer that question, if you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. In case you want to support our forum, contact me through that number below. Let's proceed. Yes, this is interesting, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, what we are seeing in Kenya has never been seen any other time before. Njoroge was arrested and then accused of being in possession of bang and other substances, narcotic substances. And those who arrested her could not prove that. Eventually, when she was presented in court, nothing like being in possession of bang was adduced against her. Nothing like that was brought against her. So it's actually true that some rogue police officers illegally arrested Pauline Njoroge, detained her, and attempted to plant bang and other narcotic substances on her. And that really killed the credibility of our police service. Very many Kenyans now don't trust the investigations being done by the police. And also, some months ago, DCI also shared out some fake photos. DCI and the police shared out some fake photos that were taken over 10 years ago, claiming that those were the new supporters participating in the demonstrations. That was also proved, those were also proved as lies, and that again killed the credibility of the police service and even DCI. So it's actually true that in less than 10 months, Ruto has been in power. He has succeeded in killing these independent institutions. Nobody now trusts DCI. Nobody trusts the police, the investigations. And in fact, even nobody now trusts the courts, courtesy to William Samoei Ruto. And this is very unfortunate that this mismanagement and these kinds of hooliganism are now finding their ways into our banks. And even before we dwell on that, we also remember the attack on Uhuru Kenyatta's Northlands farm, where the goons were believed as government-sponsored goons. So you are seeing a government that is even going to an extreme length of sponsoring goons. And now we are seeing now this trend is now also entering the banks. I'm seeing a very high possibility where it might have been possible that some rogue DCI officers in collusion with Pauline Njoroge's banks might have colluded to illegally withdraw money from our accounts. I'm seeing that as a possibility. And if that is actually true, then William Ruto's government, besides killing the police, the DCI, anti-corruption, judiciary, they are now going to kill the banks. Kenyans will no longer have faith in these banks now. Because if your money can be stolen in your own bank account, and the government, we are not seeing any arrests being made, then Kenya is turning into a banana republic. And it's just a matter of time before we see very many of these institutions, banks, and even some of these big corporations collapsing due to poor management. Because if this is actually true, then it's almost certain that some rogue bank officials and the DCI were actually in a collusion to steal from Pauline Njoroge's bank's accounts. That's anarchy. In fact, Kenya is turning into a banana republic, courtesy to William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza Brigade. And this now lends credence to what I've been saying here. Kenyans are dealing with a criminal government, a government that cannot protect its own people. That's a criminal government. And as time goes by, we are going to see more and more of such kinds of things. That's something Kenyans should be ready and be prepared to deal with. And also this brings to the form, or this brings the issue of integrity. Is Ruto himself as the president, is he worth holding a public office? And the answer is a very big no. If William Ruto can actually watch as all this is happening, then it just confirms that himself, he has no problem with what is happening. In fact, he might be the manure and the catalyst watering all this. So he's not fit holding a public office. And now that he's not fit, it's also certain that a whopping majority of the individuals he appointed in the government are equally not fit. That's the situation, or that's where Kenya is as I talk. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. If you want to support our forum, just as I did state when I was starting, contact me through that number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.
It is the heinous of crime and the satanism. It is diabolical for anybody, including the president, Ruto, and the deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, to be congratulating the police force for killing innocent Kenyans. I think we're digressing. No, you're not digressing. You're uncomfortable because I'm criticizing them. No, let me. I know you. No, stop. You cannot suffocate me. You cannot suffocate me. Of course, I cannot suffocate you. I am not for establishment. But I think let's debate. It is my view, not your view. Even it is my view on national TV, I'm saying. Lots of generalized statements. No. I am very specific, and let me, the last line. Yes. I am very specific. And I'm saying violence. You need another cup of tea. Violence. Stop being petty. I never interfered with you. So let me talk, my friend. Policemen and the police squad have been formed in this country, reminiscent of the dark days of Moi time, to arrest people from their homes, kidnap people, and you know that, including members of parliament, and hiding them for days and against the constitution. It is the height of political responsibility for any leader, elected or not elected, or even any citizen, to defend the police banditry and atrocities. That's number one. Number two, that when you block every avenue for expression. And this regime is trying to do that. And is being cheered by court poets, masters of platitudes, sycophants and greedy, the people who carry in their hearts and their mind gluttony. They can even eat their children's food. They can even go to hospitals and eat and drink the milk meant for the patient.